Is your family?
Black. We all family.
What's good, cousin? Welcome back to another episode of Black at the Movies. I'm your host, Ashanti, or your fairy squad mother, if you're nasty. And today, we're here with a very special guest. Hold on one second. Hey! Everyone, this is my mommy!
What's up, y'all?
Well, of course, for the people that don't know who this amazing, wonderful, talented, unstoppable woman is, this is Ehmandah Ramsey.
Ooh.
With an E-H
That's right.
at the beginning. Hi.
Hey.
How you doing, mommy?
I'm good, you?
So great.
All right.
So great because we're going to talk about both of our favorite movies. And it's really because when you have a parent, that is your first influencer. That is your first influencer.
That's real talk.
That's real talk, for real. And you steeping me with your love of hip hop and movies and just the arts in general has all culminated to this moment in time right now where we get to talk about Brown Sugar from 2002.
Yes. My favorite movie.
It's so good.
It is so good. I love so many things about that movie, so I'm excited to talk about it. I can't wait to talk about it and come back to talk about other movies, that I love. So, but yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
I want to know, when was the first time you watched this, if you remember?
I thought you were going to ask me when was the first time I fell in love with hip-hop. Because that's the question in the movie.
That's the number one question in the movie.
You said, when did I watch it?
Yeah, when was the first
I
time you
don't
watched
even
it?
think I seen it in the theater.
I
I think I must have watched it at home. But, I love hip-hop, so. And then your dad, your father, was a hip-hop artist. So, I don't know. I don't know when I first saw it. But the moment I saw it, I loved it. I was like, I felt like home to me watching it.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very relatable, and it's very much steeped in Black culture and just hip-hop and getting to see the birth of hip-hop come to fruition, both within the movie and in general, because you were around, when that happened.
I was around.
Yeah.
I had you when I was 12. And she's only 15. Doggone it.
Mommy,
The
please.
lies. Yes, I was around when it happened. So I was very into hip-hop and still am. Love hip-hop. That's probably like my number one genre.
Oh, yeah.
But it was very influential in me growing up. And I was there when hip-hop first started. And I remember I had a conversation with your grandma. Rest in heaven. We had saw a commercial, and it was like Barbie was like doing some hip-hop stuff. Like the music was hip-hop or whatever. It was horrible. But anyway, hip-hop started being very influential in the marketing world, right? In advertising for commercials and stuff like that. And she would say, that music is never going to last. Hip-hop is never going to last. It's going to go away. It's going to be a fad. And here we are today.
Right.
I was like, it's not going away. And you know who my favorite hip-hop artist was at the time, right?
Who?
So I started like in like the Jungle Brothers, EPMD, Flavor Flav, Chuck D, Public Enemy, all that. But my favorite of all times, you already know, because you already know he be licking his lips. Or he used to lick his lips, as a lot of people still do today. LL Cool J. That was I loved him.
I know.
He reminded me of my first love, but I loved him. Like, I felt like I was a round the way girl. Like, I had bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair. I didn't have a Fendi bag or a bad attitude, but I put everybody in a good mood. I mean, I loved him, so I love hip hop. It's just, I love it.
I know. And because of you, I love it.
I know, right?
Because what other first grader was literally reciting Slick Rick after class?
Right?
Like,
Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa. You know it.
I know. We don't want copyright strikes.
Right. Have a slice.
But it's so good, and that's why I really wanted to talk to you about this film.
Yeah.
Because your relationship with hip hop, and you're introducing me to that as well.
Yeah.
And for the people who don't know, spoilers, it's from 2002. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Yeah. 2002.
Oh, wow.
I know. But the movie basically focuses on the friendship between Sid and Dre, who met at the same time that they fell in love with hip hop.
Yeah.
Seeing Dana Dane and Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick all together.
Right. Yeah.
And they have this kind of strained friendship that's always backed by their intense chemistry. And it's a lot of will they or won't they, while they're both settling into their careers, both within the scope of the hip hop music industry, and also fighting off the feelings that they have for each other while meeting new people and getting in new relationships and getting married. And it all culminates to the big ending.
Yeah.
Which is really, really good.
It is.
So we have to get into it because I had some thoughts. I had some thoughts
You know I got
while
thoughts.
I was while I was watching last night with Not DSG. Their chemistry is ridiculous.
I mean,
Taye Diggs and Sanaa Lathan, bruh.
it's super apparent. Like, anybody could see. Anybody, I mean, just like, I don't want to jump far into the conversation, but even like when they went into the store and they were looking at different things to buy as a wedding gift, and the lady just assumed that they were a couple. It was apparent to everybody, like, y'all know y'all together. Y'all just don't want to admit it.
Right. Like,
Let me
y'all,
jump on that.
y'all go together. You just don't want to admit it to yourself.
Who lying to who?
Right. And everybody was all up in their business. Her cousin Francine,
Yes.
played by Queen Latifah,
Hilarious.
Black All-Star, love her. Definitely a scene stealer.
Yes, yes.
Yasiin Bey.
Yes. And you know,
Scene
they
stealers.
played a couple in The Best Man, remember? They were a couple in that twice.
Yeah.
3 times, right? It was 3 of them, right? 3 episodes? I mean, 3 movies, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they work well as a couple.
They do. They do work
They
well.
have that chemistry.
The chemistry is great. It's
Yeah.
kind of like Johnny Depp and Tim Burton's wife. How they were always together
Yeah.
in different films.
Yeah.
So it's just when the chemistry works, it makes sense to keep having them on there. I think there are a lot of very hilarious scenes.
Oh my gosh.
I had to put that Ren and 10, the hip
Oh my
hop
gosh.
Dalmatians, need to have their EP on SoundCloud.
The girl is mine.
That
and then they
hoe
replace
is
it.
mine.
Right, and then they replace it, yes, in the studio. Dre did not like that.
No.
He didn't.
At all. Because it's very gimmicky, but knowing how that looks, it would definitely hit somewhere on TikTok.
Today? Oh, yeah.
Today, it would definitely hit.
I'm going to have a black coat with white spots. He's going to have a white coat with black spots.
Unity. UNITY.
Right?
We're just, you know what? I find it hilarious that almost every Queen Latifah movie that she's in, someone makes a reference to that song. And it happens multiple times in Living Single as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't notice that.
So I was just like, is this just a running joke? Every single time she's cast, they're just like, let me go back and put it in the script real quick.
Right?
I just want to know.
Interesting.
It is. It is interesting. I think there was one line that I really, really loved, and I had to pause for a second. I was just like, that hit me.
Don't talk
Like a
about
Mack
You
truck.
Are My Air.
No, not You Are My Air. But when he said to her, you are the perfect verse over a tight beat.
Oh, yeah.
I had to pause.
I was melting.
Like, there's not a lot of, like, romance films and, like, rom-coms that, like, really get me. But this is one of them. Because, like, not only is their chemistry just very potent, the way that these two characters are written and the duality between their love for each other and their love for hip hop.
Right.
It's very much like pulling on the heartstrings constantly.
Who wrote this movie? Do you know?
I do. Michael Elliott and...
Don't know.
I know. Michael Elliott and Rick Famuyiwa.
What?
Nigerian-American director.
Have they written anything else since?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Since we also love Star Wars. We're big Star Wars heads.
Hello.
Hello.
You guys can't see the tats. I love it.
Insert a picture of the tats, not DSG.
I am
close
your
up.
father.
Rick also directed some episodes of The Mandalorian.
Oh,
He's on
really?
that director team.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
He also directed The Wood.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's very talented.
All right.
He's one of my favorite directors.
Have to look him up. Okay.
Yeah. So let's get into some favorite scenes. I want to hear some of yours, and we'll go back and forth. I'll let you go first.
Well, you know, I had to write it down, y'all.
Yeah. Right.
It's one of my favorite movies. Like I said, I own the movie.
Sure do.
So let's start from top to bottom. The wedding ceremony, right? Mm-hmm. After they had their little, kiss before the wedding.
Their preemptive kiss.
Yeah. Which, I'm not even going, I'm going to jump into that later, but she was like really, feeling him and really in a space where she was kind of opening up like a flower, right? Mm-hmm. To express her feelings for him. And he was like, nah, I'm still going to get married. Right? Okay. Mm-hmm. Put a pin in that.
Right.
Because we're going to go to the other conversation that he had all of a sudden now. What? Well, but we're going to put a pin in that. Whatever. So they had that little kiss or whatever. It's the wedding day, and Francine finds out, Sid and him, had a little connection.
A moment.
And she was like, what? She's about to marry your man. People in the audience like, shut up, what are y'all doing? And then just the eye contact that Dre and Sid had, knowing that, why are you doing this? Like they're speaking to each other, right? Mm-hmm. Telepathically.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? You know you don't want to marry her. You know you want me. I know I want you. Why aren't we doing anything? So that was a great scene for me. And then...
That was a good scene.
She said after they got married, when they were doing like the dialogue, the voiceover, the union to hip hop to the mainstream was hard to imagine. And I was like, wow, that's heavy.
Now I have to share hip hop with someone else now. So bars, dropping gems.
I was like, dang.
The entirety of the script, dropping gems.
Just the parallel between hip hop and love was crazy.
It is. Okay. Okay. One of my favorite scenes. We mentioned how Dre and Sid were in the store looking at all these vases, and he tries to convince Sid to go with him to go check out an MC.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, I can't be doing late nights with you anymore. I got work. I'm tired. And the way he convinces her, and he's like
doing
bump the eggs and bologna. He said, no eggs, no bologna, just dance.
Get it?
And she's like, you're embarrassing me in this store.
Yeah.
We're surrounded by glass. What are you doing?
Yeah, but that shows like their relationship, right? That was her best friend ever since they were kids. Yeah.
So he knows. He's just like, I'm going to get you to go.
Yeah, you're going.
You're going.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
For sure.
What's another one of your favorite scenes, Mommy?
I'll go for the heavy stuff because, I like to go a little deep. When he decided he's going to quit working for the label, he walks out, he immediately calls her not his wife.
Listen, that was one of my notes last night because when everything had come to terms, I'm just like, dog, you've been keeping all of these feelings away from the person that you live with, from the person that you're legally married to.
Yeah.
and this is the first person you call, things are not adding up. The math isn't mathing.
It wasn't.
You're in the wrong relationship.
And he comes home and he's like, I quit. And she was like, what? You quit your job? We're in a union. We're married. How come you didn't tell me? What? Okay, well, I'll call a couple people and, I'll get some investors. You don't have to worry about that. Sid already gave me some money. What? Not only did you reach out to this chick and not me first.
Right.
You quitting your job, which is taking money away from our household.
Right.
Then you want to talk to her and then she want to give you some money? This all happened in a matter of hours?
Right.
Bro.
Messed up.
It is messed up.
He did her dirty.
Yeah. So all her feelings throughout the movie was valid because she felt left out of their relationship because he would share all these things with Sid and wouldn't share them with her. So she only got a part of him, but Sid had every part of him.
Question. Do you think that he was emotionally cheating on his wife?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think he was tiptoeing into doing it fully. I don't think that he intentionally did it, but I also think that he didn't put a boundary in their relationship.
Right.
And knowing that he knew when you're getting married that you have to respect your wife, your partner. And I'm sorry, bro, you're going to have to put that boundary right there.
Right.
Yeah.
There's just certain things that you can't do, especially like it'd be different if they were an open marriage couple or if they were polyamorous, but these are monogamous people. So it felt like super heavy on the emotional cheating, brother. And I'm just like, oh, like I get it. But at the same time.
Yeah, I think he failed to have his own truth, right? That he really did love her. He wanted to be with her. He also failed to make sure that his wife felt secure in the relationship that he had with his best friend.
Right. It's an interesting scene. I tell you, it was rough.
All of the scenes were rough, especially that night when Sid went on a date with old boy, which is actually, Dre's wife's real husband.
They're married in real life.
But he was like, Sid. And then the wife walks in and she's looking like, this.
Right. Men. Trash.
Not all men are trash. There's a lot of people that are trash. Y'all better get it together.
True. People in general. We literally said that on the phone yesterday. People in general
can be trash.
Can be trash, and that's just being human. Let's see. Oh, okay. My second favorite scene was between the cab driver / MC, Chris, and Dre, right when Dre quits his job. And they're driving around, and he's like, no, I respect it. And he starts laughing. He's just like, what are you, the Grinch of hip-hop?
Not the Grinch of hip-hop.
You grew a heart 2 more sizes, and now you're going to go back to Whoville and give the Who's back their publishing? And Drake was like, man, stop the car. Pull over.
Right.
I'm sick of this.
That was funny.
I thought it was so funny.
Yeah.
Yasiin Bey is hilarious, just in general. Besides being ridiculously talented and being a great MC, he's just hilarious.
What's the movie that he's in that I love?
Oh, which one?
With the towels.
Oh, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is hilarious. If you haven't seen it, I think it's Martin Freeman. Yasiin Bey is in it. Zooey Deschanel. You should go watch it.
Yeah, that's an old one too.
That is an older one.
But it's so good.
It is. He's
it's
hilarious in everything he's in.
Yeah. That's a good movie.
What's another favorite scene you have?
What scene am I on? 2, 3? Where am I at?
The third one.
Oh, I'm the third one. I got so many more. The divorce scene.
Yeah.
That's the scene we like. The divorce scene. When Dre...
In the restaurant.
Right. Dre walks in with Sid and he sees his wife there having dinner with the dude from the gym. And he was like, hey! Oh my gosh. And she was having dinner with Richard Lawson.
Richard Lawson.
That was funny.
And he's like, you got on my favorite dress that just makes this whole section say, hey.
And that $15,000 ring that I paid for, I'm still making payments on.
And she's like, actually, I'm paying for
Right.
it. He's like, don't put my business out there.
And what's the part with I'm getting a divorce? The part we just said that like earlier.
Oh, the waiter comes over. He's like, is there something I can get you? He's like, get me the most expensive bottle of champagne. Because I'm about to celebrate. Celebrate what? My divorce.
That was so good. I love that part.
It's so good. And the whole time, Sid is just like, oh my God, why are we here?
Yeah.
But I mean, he was well within his right to act out in that moment.
Yeah, because it's not like, it's not like he stepped out. She stepped out.
Right. And I think when it comes to monogamous relationships, if you're having issues, the answer is never going to be cheating. Just, why are you going to open another door when the other door is still open? Just close the other door first.
Have a conversation.
Have a conversation.
People don't want to do that, though.
Go to therapy.
People don't want to talk.
They never want to talk.
They want to respond or react, and then they want to talk.
Yeah.
But, that's a whole nother topic.
That's a whole nother topic. But I think that's a really good scene to choose.
Yeah. That was a good scene.
Because it was hilarious. But at the same time, just like, very sad.
Yeah, it was sad.
I'm just like, oh gosh.
What about you?
My final favorite scene is actually the final scene where Sid is being interviewed by Angie Martinez.
Oh, the on-air love confession.
Yes. Ooh, okay. I'm a romance girly, okay? That's how we get down over here. If y'all could see my bookcase, it's filled to the brim.
Is it?
It is. I need another bookcase.
Okay.
It is filled to the brim. And just to see that confession finally happen. Because the whole time, it's very much a slow burn. You get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's a lot of will they, won't they. And to have it be in such a big way, that final romantic confession, I literally wrote this down in my notes.
You wrote it down? Girl?
I wrote it down in my notes. I just I literally said in words, the final radio scene is so romantic. I had goose flesh, chicken skin.
Not goose bumps, but goose flesh.
Goose flesh. If anybody understands that reference, then you already know. 9-9. It's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Don't worry about it. This is literally all the time with my mom reacting to my tisms. She's like, okay. Or dancing I remember dancing in the grocery store in like high school, and you were just like, do you have to dance everywhere we go?
That's when you were really into dance.
And I was just like, yes. That was my version of stimming at that moment. Dancing everywhere. Okay. But I really, really love that scene.
Yeah.
I think it's so romantic. And I'm just like, yes, finally, let's go. Run inside the building. Yeah. Get in the room. Let's go.
He finally found the courage.
Finally. Both of them are so guarded throughout the entirety of the film.
They could have been happy all this time.
All this time. But
they're sitting up here wasting time.
It's that meme. This could be us, but you playing.
Right? Come on, dog.
Right.
Just say how you feel, man.
Just say how you feel.
Everybody has fear of rejection. That's not uncommon. But my God, today, I mean, this is your girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Come on.
And there's a lot of people that will never be able to find that kind of relationship, even that level of friendship that they had. Why would you let that get away?
Because I don't want to mess up the friendship.
Man, sorry, excuse my French. Fuck the friendship.
Start off as friends first, and then you'll be able to have real honest conversations when you get into a relationship.
Hello.
Man. But they together, you know.
But they're together. That's all that matters.
He said, "You are my heir." Heart drop.
Heart drop.
Cue tears.
Literally.
I know, right? I was like, ooh, my microphone, y'all. I'm sorry. Can I get love like that? Where the love? Where the love? But that was a very beautiful scene.
It was so beautiful.
But you cannot end talking about scenes without Mos Def. What's his new name? I forgot.
Yasiin Bey.
Yasiin. Sorry, no disrespect. He was talking to Francine. Cav was. And he was talking about the flutes and how the flute glasses are shaped like a woman's breast or whatever. And then she was like, "You want to go out with me?" He's like, "I'm a goer.
I'm a goer.
I'm a goer.
I'm a goer."
That's my favorite part. I'm a goer. I'm a goer.
He was so nervous around her the entire time.
Right?
It's just like, you're such a dork.
He was like, even at the house when they had the party for, what was it, like a New Year's Eve party or something like that?
It was to celebrate Jay's label.
Oh, the label. Was it? Really?
Yeah.
I'm off. But yeah, he was nervous there too. And Dre was like, "Are you scared?" He's like, "I'm not scared."
He's like, "Your food is delicious and nutritious."
Right. Okay.
She's like, "All right."
Yeah, so I love that movie. It was really great. It was great watching it again.
It was.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could never stop watching it.
Yeah.
And you know me, I'm a movie repeater.
Me too. I'm like that with Just Right.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be talking about that Queen Latifah in Common. Again, another freaking movie where people do not say how they feel. Y'all, you know you like her.
Yeah.
You know you feeling her. Come on. What are you doing? But I digress.
And see, that's how they get you. Romance writers. That's how they get you.
That's real life, though.
Because they know that you're going to be there for the will they, won't they. That is how they get you.
You got to be waiting until the end. Are they going to get together?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Exactly. So we talked about our favorite scenes. Let's get into some trivia. One of these, you actually already know the answer.
Real trivia.
I know. It won't be too bad.
We'll see.
It won't be too bad.
Can I look up the answer on my phone? Can I
No.
Google it? I can't Google it? It's
No.
Not an open internet test?
No. You may not call a friend.
Dang.
You may not put it into Googly shit. It's not happening.
Can't text a friend either?
No.
All right, go.
Okay. First question. Which famous actor and DJ also auditioned for the role of Kelby?
I have no idea.
No idea.
Kelby, the basketball player dude?
It
It was a DJ?
An actor and DJ.
Jeez. Give me a moment. Is he currently an actor and a DJ?
Yes. Okay. I'll just tell you. Idris Elba.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked.
Surprising, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine what the movie would have been like without Boris Kodjoe? Just switch him out for Idris Elba?
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
Definitely. But, you know, the 90s moving into the early 2000s was the era of the light-skinned man. So...
Hey.
Hey! That was the era of the light skins.
Okay. Yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty Ricky, what they call him.
My counselor in school really, really loved Boris Kodjoe.
I was like, was your counselor light skinned?
No.
Oh.
My counselor was Mexican American. She loved Boris Kodjoe. She had a picture of him on her desk and everything.
You talking about at high school?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I was talking about your junior high counselor, which was a really good counselor.
Yeah.
He was really good.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
All right, next question. You already mentioned this, so I'll just give it to you. What other movie did Taye Diggs and Sanaa Lathan play love interests in?
The Best Man.
You know what? Switch it up. I'm going to give you an additional question. Which other movie did Boris Kodjoe and Nicole play love interests in? I just want to know if you know this one. Off rip. It's okay if you don't know.
even remember her in another movie.
Oh, she's been in a few.
What is it?
Soul Food.
I was just about to say Soul Food. What was she?
Why did you say it?
Who did she play in Soul Food?
I don't remember her character's name, but yeah, they were love interests in Soul Food.
I was gonna say Soul Food, but I don't remember what scene they were in.
We'll have to run it back.
Me too.
You have to run it back and watch. All right. Final question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What other hip-hop related film was directed by Rick Famuyiwa?
Why you want to do that? I don't even know this dude.
You don't have to know. You don't have to know.
I don't even know this dude. I mean, I like his stuff, but how you gonna throw that director?
Just guess.
It's a hip hop movie?
It's a movie where the characters have a love of hip hop.
This is like Taboo. You're gonna have to give me like some hints.
It came out in 2015.
You got served? I don't know what.
You got served. That was earlier in the
Stomp
years.
the Yard.
No.
Another one of my favorite movies. Go ahead.
Okay, so it was made in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
The main character is played by the same person who voices Miles Morales in Across the Spider-Verse.
I did not see that movie.
What are you doing?
I meant to watch it, but I haven't watched it.
Mommy!
It's definitely queued up to watch, but I have not watched it. I heard it was great. Were there two? Two movies?
Yes.
The second one had his parents in it, right?
They both have his parents.
Well, I mean, in the trailer when he was sitting in the office with the parents. Okay.
Yes.
I haven't seen either one of them. Either one. Whatever.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm going to watch it.
Last hint. Zoe Kravitz is in it.
See, when you say her name, I'm thinking of Divergent.
No. That's way earlier.
I give up.
Okay, it's Dope.
Oh, the
Shameik
kid
Moore.
was what was he doing?
He was trying to write his entrance essay for like Harvard.
How was
or
he making
something.
money on the side though?
Well, it was an accident. Basically, one of the drug dealers at a party snuck in all of this drugs to his backpack and then forced him to sell it.
Yeah. See, I only seen that movie like a couple times, so I don't really remember it. So that one doesn't count.
I guess.
I mean,
it's one of my favorites. It's a really, really good film.
I love the word dope. I say dope all the time, but
You do.
So, that.
You're gonna have to go back and rewatch that movie.
I do remember what the board, not the bulletin board. What am I thinking of? School? Freaking the movie poster. Trees of LA, kid on a bicycle. See.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
Same guy.
Oh, interesting.
He also directed Our Wedding with Forrest Whitaker and America Ferrera. Yeah. He's all over the place.
I see.
He is all over the place. So I have one final question that I try to ask every single guest that comes on this podcast. And I did not tell you this one ahead of time. Just because I know you're good at working on the spot because of your love of music. So, if there was a soundtrack to your life, who would be your main artist? Your Kendrick Lamar to Ryan Coogler.
My main artist.
You can choose two. I'll give you two.
Okay. Jay-Z and Drake.
Drake?
Don't hate, congratulate Drake, okay?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Drake?
His music,
Aubrey Graham?
his lyrics.
That's wild.
His lyrics really are very expressive of a good time in my life when I was going through a lot of pain. So his stuff speaks truth.
Interesting.
Yeah, you know it does. Don't talk about him. He is very emotional.
Okay.
I know how I have a fan of Drake's on the other side of this, screen. I know you guys are out there. There's another person in this room that equally admires and loves his music like I do.
Who?
Cinema.
Not DSG?
Oh, he don't like him?
Oh, we got to talk after this
Oh,
recording.
he done changed his mind on me?
We got to talk after this recording.
You don't like him no more?
We got to talk.
You don't like him anymore?
Not DSG.
You don't like him anymore?
He said it's certain songs, people.
No, I'm talking about his music. You may not like him as a person, but his music, his catalog, you do still like it, correct?
Certain songs.
Yeah. Certain ones you can tell he's not really trying.
Okay, yeah.
That's like,
But there's a good chunk of
I'm
his
going to
music
sit this
that
one out, y'all.
there's a good chunk of his music that really speaks to the souls of individuals that have gone through certain things in their life. You got to admit that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not?
His
You're not going to
older-
admit it?
His older stuff.
Okay, I
From
just
like
said,
Take Care,
I'm
sure.
not talking about right now. I'm just saying in general.
Mm.
You cannot take away the gift.
No, hey, different strokes for different folks. You know, if you like it, I love it.
All right, we're going to get off Dre's, Dre.
Eh.
What am I talking about Dre for? Why? Because of the movie.
So Drake and Jay-Z?
Yeah, I love both of them from a lyrical perspective.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially
It speaks to my
Jay-Z.
life. Oh, yeah.
Blueprint is everything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Black Album. Yeah, for sure.
I think for me, my recent artist, because I always change my answer, because I'm always listening to a variety of things. I think Rachel Chinariri, which if nobody knows who that is, she is a black indie pop artist from the UK.
Okay.
She's really, really good. And then I think Fouché. I really, really loved her album, Softcore. It's a perfect mix of like punk music and R&B. And I think it speaks to who I am as a person. You know, being us growing up in the suburbs and being more susceptible to white culture, if you will. But punk really came from black people.
Right.
If you don't know about Death, you should go listen to them. They're the godfathers of punk music.
Also, there is a documentary, I believe, on Netflix.
Yes, there
you
is.
should watch it. It's really good. Yeah. Oh, I have to add one more person.
Okay.
Alex Isley. I love her. Right? Same thing. I just love
I
it.
dig
Her
it.
lyrics speak to me.
I dig it. That's how I feel about Emily King. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this was a good episode.
It was. It was.
I love you so much.
I love you too, man.
You're my favorite person in the entire world.
In the world, Craig?
You're my favorite person.
Oh
and
my
you're
gosh.
literally the best mom in the multiverse.
Oh, wow.
And I love being able to talk to you and share these things with you.
Yeah.
Because you've made a huge impact on my life. You continue to make a huge impact on my life. So I'm glad that you're here to talk about one of the movies that you introduced me to.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to be here, and thank you for all of the love notes, as Jimmy Fallon would say. Thank you for the love notes. I love you too. You always know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everyone for watching. If you've made it this far, you're a real one. Please like and subscribe. Comment, tell me if you've seen this movie. What are your feelings about this movie? Do you think Dre was emotionally cheating? Let's find out. Bye.
Peace out, y'all.
Here we go now.